Hi, Jack. Such a pleasure to have you here. Huge congrats on the series.
Oh, thank you so much.
The sort of prospect of playing a psychopathic Manny, it seems like it must have been a no-brainer, but what was specifically alluring to you about that prospect?
I think it was to just like completely lose myself in a part and do something that was really out of my comfort zone. And, you know, a lot of the parts that I've been playing comedically, you know, I could maybe be accused in the past of playing characters that are quite close to myself. And this was definitely a real departure from the real me. And it was great to be able to do something that was really transformative and try to play a character that, yeah, I could just lose myself in.
And I love the tone of it, because I guess from the outset it can look like we're maybe in kind of talented Mr. Ripley type world with a beautiful setting and sort of the darkness of it. But then there's all this also this comedic, quite satirical undertone. So where do you see that it sort of rests? Is it kind of just a blend of the two?
Yeah, I think so. Particularly in that first episode, it is a blend of the two, and like establishing the tone was a really challenging thing, because, you know, you want it to have wit, you want it to have this dark humor, but you also need to hint at where it goes, so people aren't like drawn into a narrative or a genre that it isn't. That said, you do want to surprise the audience as well, and it definitely takes some dark twists and turns that I'm sure they won't see coming. But one of the great things about James's writing is that he is able to seamlessly marry together those two tones, and he's obviously written a lot of comedies before, so he's able to bring that kind of like wit and humor to all of it, but make sure that it always feels really grounded and believable. And so for me, it was a joy to work with those great scripts.
And working with David Duchovny, I mean, obviously everyone's going to know him maybe mainly from X-Files. He's done lots of other things, but I just love how he hits the comedy beats in this and how you kind of work off each other. What was it like working opposite him?
He's great, yeah, he's amazing. He's such a fantastic actor, and he has such an amazing like natural charisma and charm and a, you know, great sense of humor, and he brings so much to that role of Jamie, which on the page could sometimes read as quite like boorish and unpleasant and a bit of a bully, and David brings this whole other layer to him where, you know, he makes him much more endearing than it read on the page. And I think that's one of the things that's great about him playing that part, is that you kind of really do feel for Jamie a lot more than if it had been played by someone that had maybe made some choices that had made him even more unpleasant. So I think, yeah, David's a really talented actor, and he was a great scene partner for this.
And it does seem like we have an obsession with people who sort of pretend to be someone they're not, like Baby Reindeer or the Tinder Swindler. Why do you think that is? Why have we got an obsession with that?
I think it plays on a like very innate fear that we have, you know, this sort of cuckoo in the nest, and letting someone into our worlds or into our, you know, family environment that has impure intentions. And I think, you know, particularly as a parent, this notion that maybe we don't know everything that we should about the people that we like allow to take care of our children, again, is something that's like a very real fear, and hopefully something that when people are watching it will play on that, and the sort of the psychological thriller element of it will really resonate with an audience.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Huge congrats on the show and the role. It was brilliant. I really loved it. Thank you.